Win.
All right. Cool. We're back playing the Prophecy of Martak with Jason, Sean, and Ken. And I'm Lyle, your GM.
GM or DM, Lyle?
I think guide actually is what Quest calls it.
It is a guide, yeah. So, G. You're our G.
There's things like World Daddy or God.
No, World Daddy is better than God.
World Daddy's way better than God.
Because if Lyle's God, then I don't know. It seems problematic somehow.
My color should be blue if I'm going to be a god.
Yeah, exactly.
That though, honestly, I think there's at least a short story, if not a novella, in that. Like a group of dudes playing D&D, and then it turns out the dungeon master is God, and somehow. But whatever, he's chill, and what he wants to do is like live a normal life, or a god or something.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys see that Ta-Nehisi Coates? I don't know why this reminded me of this, but Ta-Nehisi Coates did Red Skull as Jordan Peterson. Oh. So he based his Red Skull. He just recently did a Captain America comic, and he based his Red Skull on Jordan Peterson. Speaking of,
that's awesome.
It is actually pretty interesting, and you read the comic strip, and you're like, oh, that is something Jordan Peterson would say. Good job.
Do you have all the weird health problems and like?
Yeah, I don't. That's a good question. I mean, he doesn't have any skin. Anyways.
All right, so let me show you guys the new lexicon that Grunak has constructed. He's been slaving away at night.
Seriously.
Oh, looky there.
This should help you with your ancient Rarundi.
Are you still? I mean, at this point, like, it's just a matter of time. I feel like the whole thing about first edition is that you make us do things in spite of the fact that it serves no purpose, narratively speaking. And so I feel like you're giving us this because you're literally going to make us use it, which kind of almost pisses me off.
But these are the characters that Ken's already figured out, or Grunak.
All right, Grunak, you're on.
We can do this. Although it works better when I have my little thing.
Yeah,
I go get it.
I love though that for the conceit within this module is that it's all in English, just with weird letters.
Yeah, so I actually made you guys a handout, Ken.
Oh,
like you asked. And hey, watch! I learned something new about jamming. I can go, I think, Shift Z, maybe Shift O, and it should make it larger for you. Hold on, it's Shift Z. So I'm gonna hold it. Shift Z. Did it get bigger for you guys?
No.
You can watch my screen and determine that no, it's not working.
No, it's not. All that happened was it sat there, and then I clicked the magnifying glass icon and made it bigger myself.
Yeah, maybe
I tried to time it. I tried to time it with exactly when you click Shift Z.
It worked.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so let's see. You guys scramble your way out of Pazar. You manage to make your way up the sandbank that collapsed, and you find all of your animals are healthy and happy. I think you guys came down here at the end of night. You pushed all the way through. So day is breaking, if I recall correctly.
I think so.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
And you can see to the north smoke on the horizon. That wasn't there when you came down.
To the north, okay. What do we know about this smoke? Like, give us description.
Is it black smoke? White smoke?
It's black smoke. Looks like something in the desert is burning.
Fascinating.
Does it seem to come from the direction of that oasis?
Yeah, somewhere in that direction. Yep.
Oh,
How far does it look like it is?
Maybe 20 miles.
I was going to say.
A month?
Well, I was wondering if we didn't take the. Wasn't there something that could help him see long distances? We didn't take that, I think.
You haven't leveled up that ability. He needs to take Seeker, and then after that, he'll get the Spyglass.
That's right.
Okay, Spyglass was it, yeah. I thought one of us took a Spyglass item.
Oh, yeah. Amon's father gave you everything that you'll possibly need in terms of rogue kit or outery. You just can't use it yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's nighttime. There's spider tracks everywhere. Do you guys want to maybe get away from Pizarre and find a place to camp, or what's your plan?
Well,
or excuse me, it's morning, I should say.
What about that? Okay, so there's the underground. City. There's this giant statue. Do we think that there's any? Can we see anything interesting at the base of the giant statue, or anything?
Just that inscription that you guys read.
Right. Okay.
Also, what time of day is it now?
It's about 6 a.m. Yeah, around 6 a.m. The sun's going to be up very soon.
They're down in the caverns and bar that door to that room.
That could work.
It'll be cool, sheltered from the sun. It's underground. We can secure that door in some way. It might not work. I mean, there's a good chance that God here will come up with some way to throw some spiders at us. But then,
well, remember that the spiders also came out of the rubble, not just the door.
That's right.
There's like rubble.
Yeah. I think the spiders probably infest that rubble down there.
All right. Well, let's head then. Let's go somewhere else where there's no spiders.
I mean, what the GM wants us to do is head towards the smoke. I mean, that much is clear. So if G wants that, G gets that.
That is not what I want, for the record.
It feels like we've missed something here, but maybe not.
Maybe this was really this stupidly simple. Go, kill 4 spiders, take the black stone, watch the genie fly away.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Well, let's move on from Pizarre then.
Okay.
If this is it, then let's keep going.
Yeah.
We got the stone that's here.
It's like that.
Let's find a sheltered, well-defended place and head toward the next thing. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm bringing you guys back to the map. Sean, if you don't mind zooming in.
I am zooming in. It's like that Strokes album. Is this it? So should we just follow? Okay, so I think we can go back to the B and go north, or the snake, or whatever it is, or we can follow this path north. Which one takes us to the oasis?
The path north.
The oasis on the map, though, is further north. Let's look at the map of the desert. If I bring that up, we're in Pizarre. If we bank left or go west, the oasis is to the north.
This is the oasis up at the top, right?
Yeah, I think we should click.
Yeah. We need to go over here, which is Furnicar or whatever it is.
Turbakar, the pyramid.
Turbakar. That's also a location of a stone, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it also seems to be like more in sequence. There, we probably want to level up more before we get to the boss, who will be up at the upper thing.
So Turbakar is the dual penises. That's not Pizarre, right?
That's right.
It's also where you think you saw the pyramid flashing, and you found that signpost.
Yeah.
Which I will show you guys.
It's a little bit of backtracking, though, right?
You'd have to backtrack back on the hidden trail.
Okay.
Because we took it. The trail we took. It went due east. It didn't cut back like the lines indicating. Well, actually, so do you see that wishbone looking business there? Is that dry riverbed, or is that the caravan trail?
You mean
on the desert map?
Oh, on the desert map? Yeah, hold on, let me bring it up.
Yeah, like on the
wishbone looking thing. What wishbone?
Yeah. So you guys remember you saw in your vision when you kind of saw him getting trapped here that the river Athos kind of snaked south. That the river started at like in Terbakar, and it went east up towards the oasis. But also there was a leg that went south, which is that leg that you guys are standing on. It's all dried out now, but you can clearly see the path of the dried riverbed heading north.
So, okay, just for a quick recap. So there's a stone that's in the Oasis of the White Palm.
Mm-hmm.
There is a stone that's in the Cursed City of Stone, so a place that's a city of stone.
Mm-hmm.
There's a stone that is buried in the desert. No, not yet.
Okay.
Buried in the desert. There's Pizarre, which we have, and then the Star of Mopalar tomb, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So those are the locations. So the only one we know, right, we can get to. Would Turbakar, is that the cursed city of, maybe that is the cursed city of stone.
No, Turbakar is the tomb of Amon-Ra.
Oh, tomb. Okay, well, yeah, let's go to Turbakar because there's a stone there.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Very good.
By wishbone, but just so now my route finding curiosity is piqued. Like when I look at the desert map, while I'm looking road/dry riverbed connecting.
That's the River Athos riverbed, right? So that's what those are riverbeds.
All right. So the fact that we cut due east from somewhere at that marked crossing to get to this statue is not. That's a dry. Okay. There's no roads or other routes of transit on this map at all.
No.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
They're not.
Right, the dragon thing is his. What is it? His
the Hinjaz. The mountain range.
Hinjaz mountain range. So we can kind of mark, or if we can find that, we could at least get to some of these places. Maybe. Let's go to Amon-Ra's tomb, which is going to require us to go west.
Okay, so we go back here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to try to follow the trail back west.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, but so we have this issue with water, do we not?
You've got about 5 days worth of water.
We need to make finding water a priority.
Well, we already figured out that we could find water in those cactuses.
Yeah, that's true.
How much time were we investing per daily water ration?
It took you one shift of when everyone's camping to find the cactuses. So you're sleeping for about 9 hours, so it took you about 3 hours to drum it up.
Right. So I say we just each day try to keep our water rations even by foraging. I would also love to do the math on what's better, continuing to feed these animals or look for water. Like if we have to water the animals, are they saving us enough time each day to warrant continuing to water them, or should we cut them loose?
Should we eat them? And
Sean?
Well, I mean, clearly we should cut them loose. That much is obvious, but
is it? Did you do the math, Sean? Ken and I can't even do math.
Dude, I was homeschooled, so I don't know what to tell you.
So you probably did water ration trade-off relative to livestock requirements and productivity a lot, right?
Yeah, exactly. In all that, in those Oregon Trail games I played on the Apple II. Okay. So.
All right, you guys ready? You gonna camp?
I think. Well, are we gonna camp or are we gonna? We can make it two spaces, right? Before we. Oh, okay. We're gonna camp out. We're gonna get out of the bazaar and then we're gonna camp.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go where
we should camp.
We want to find a reasonably elevated position with wind shelter on our leeward side, away from all the spider tracks. Whoa, is that a train?
It was a train, yeah.
Who is that? Is that Ken? Are you outside hearing a train?
I can hear a train.
So can we.
Oh. I thought it was Lyle doing a hilarious bit with inappropriate sound effects.
No.
There'll be a hobo singing.
Every time you hear a train, the spiders attack.
Yeah. Yeah,
well, wait, Jason. We all
dancing clown around the next corner.
We live in northeast and southeast Portland. We could probably have a hobo singing in the background.
Pretty soon. Yeah.
Potential.
Yeah.
Right. Might be very gifted too, actually.
It is Portland.
All right.
All right. So are we just camping
find
here?
Ourselves a nice. Yeah, let's go camp.
I want to do some
random encounter. Rolling dice. Hand is getting itchy.
Yeah. What did it say, Lyle?
I am itchy for some camping. So who is up first on the watch?
Yeah, I haven't taken first watch, and I feel bad about it.
Grunak will always take the leftover watch because he can fall asleep standing up.
I just see like a really weird background.
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
Is there a hotkey to switch between pan and select view or select tool?
Yeah, it's. I'm gonna send you the links right here.
All right, like in Photoshop, you can just hold the space bar and you get the move tool. That would be clutch here.
Yeah. All right, cool. Here we go. So first watch. You need to roll 1 on a 1d6. All right, nothing happens first watch. Ramdas, are you gonna try to, while you're on watch, scavenge around? Or are you gonna
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So you want to do? You have an ability for this, right?
Well, did we use my ability last time? I can't remember.
We did.
I feel like what we determined. I'm gonna do a little theory crafting, but I think this is legit. Like, it burns action points, but we figured that, like, having burned the action point, I figured out what that cactus is, and now I just need to look at the cactus. Or do I need to burn the AP?
No, I think that we asked this last time, and Lyle said no. We had to burn the.
You got to burn it. Yeah.
But for 1 dose, so it's 1 AP per.
It depends on how you roll on the success.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I mean, you haven't been particularly stingy with adventure points. I'll spend it. This does get into my saver personality, my sort of like paranoid, pessimistic. Like the part of me that just wants to hoard money does not feel comfortable spending.
Ken has 33 AP right now. 33.
Jason, Ken has 33 AP. I feel outgunned at 19.
I have 21. Yeah, Ken has a lot of. Ken is clearly not spending enough AP relative to his party.
I'm gonna just. All right, I need to kill stuff. That's how I use AP. Killing.
Right. All right. Hold on. Let me do my thing here.
Because the new path I'm on is gonna have us get more AP.
All right. I'm gonna fire off.
Fire it off.
A remedy.
Okay.
Oh, there's no roll. Now do I do a quest roll to determine the?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that lets you scavenge. Now make your quest roll.
All right. It's sort of the way it's written. It's just automatic 1 dose. So I guess we're kind of, which that makes sense that we would.
Yeah, this will get you 1, but do the quest roll.
We'll get so we get 18 doses.
Nice. All right. So success.
18,
I'll say on a crit you get 3. On a success you get 2. So you get 2. You find 2 plump, savory cactuses.
All right. I definitely think we need to move on from having animals, though, given how labor-intensive finding water is going to be. I don't think they're carrying their weight.
Can we share AP, Lyle?
No.
Shit.
There's some abilities though that you can spend your AP, like for healing.
So
you can say, I will spend AP so that Healbot can heal me.
I have
like mutual or something.
Mm-hmm.
My next advancement in camaraderie will help us get AP.
More AP. All right, who's on second watch?
I'll do second watch.
All right. Okay. The passes without incident. And third watch.
Grunak will take third watch.
All right. And third watch passes without incident. Night is falling on the desert.
All right, it's time for us to roll, right?
Yeah, you guys are gonna head west?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right, do it.
Did it.
5 miles. All right, it's the first one.
Yep.
Okay, nothing happens. Keep going.
Did it.
2.
God, I hope we're not fucking ourselves by backtracking.
All right.
I don't think we have to go to that other place. Although water is an issue, we could set out across the.
I mean, it's only 2 squares to make it across the desert.
Yeah, this isn't much of a trail either. I am also a ranger. Right?
How much does it slow us down to go off the desert, off trail?
Depends on. Hold on, I'll get to that. Hold on 1 second. Give me just 1 second.
Because we do have a ranger to at least orient ourselves. I mean, we could get pretty close.
By the way, Lyle, I finished the quest rulebook, and you're supposed to show us all your rolls. This is very much a rolls on table kind of game.
Yeah, but even for the random encounters, like I didn't see anything for. Yeah. I mean, I always roll my quest rolls. in public.
Yeah, even for the random encounters. Yep. It specifically says it in the book.
I see.
I think it's okay. I'm willing to let it pass for the sense of mystery. I want the sense of mystery.
I don't think it is okay. I think it's very clear.
All right, here we go. You guys hit the special encounter table.
Oh.
Let's see what I get.
Sweetness. This is because we went one thing off trail. Like,
you guys are pretty far off trail.
We're not off trail right now. We're back.
Yeah, in the distance, you guys see what look like palm trees and maybe shimmering water on the horizon.
It's a mirage.
It's BS.
It's gonna be like an 80s rock music video.
Right.
There's gonna be sirens, and then we're gonna die.
Will there be anyway. If Tawny Katane is on a car? then we've already died, right? We've already died.
But is it heaven? Is it?
You guys gonna go check it out?
Yeah. Oh, totally. No, that's a death.
I actually am not. I'm gonna stay behind. I'm gonna hold back. I'm literally gonna hold back. I'm gonna watch you. I'm gonna watch you guys march to your.
How far back will you wait? Because that is a sure way to die, to split up.
I'm gonna stay with the animals.
Do we want to leave? Amon with Buck?
Yes.
No.
All right, we'll take Amon with us then. Buck, we're gonna leave you with the animals, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you get close,
hey, Buck, hold the animals.
You see palm trees and water. The palm trees seem to kind of wave in the night breeze, and the water looks cool and quenching as you start to get close.
All right, I'm going to try to use my ranger skills to evaluate the legitimacy of this natural phenomena that we see before us.
Looks like a legitimate, very small oasis.
All right, we approach it carefully.
Very carefully. Grunak's even kind of disbelieving of this good fortune.
So please raise your hand if you feel that your alignment is kind of in traditional D&D sense, good aligned.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like way too much so. Chaos.
All right.
Good. Yeah.
But do you wave at Buck and be like, "Hey, look safe," or Buck, are you going to bring the animals over? Or like, are you still staying at a distance?
I'm going to let them drink first, and then if a water snake doesn't latch onto their faces and kill them, then sure, I'll bring the animals over.
So Grunak's like, are there any tracks around? Does he see any animal tracks? Or
you do see various animal tracks. You see pack rats. You see what looks like a desert jackass tracks, all leading up to the water.
So those
Do you see any leading away from the water?
You do. Yeah, it looks like the animals have been using this oasis.
So Grunak's going to go up to the oasis and take out his empty water skin and fill it with the water in the oasis.
Okay. As you gaze into yes?
Wait, before Grunak does that, I stop him. Wait, Grunak, hold. This seems okay to me. Investigate just a little bit more. Are there any animals nearby, even small animals, like pack rats or something that I can entreat to get near me?
Sure. Let me I'll do a success roll or a quest roll. No.
Oh. And then I want to read the tracks as a ranger. Does it appear that this has been used by an oasis by other parties with pack animals?
It does.
Okay.
You even spot some human footprints as well.
Okay, and there's no like obvious corpses like curled up in fetal positions with the wind ripping at their dried flesh adjacent to the water. All right.
No desiccated corpses.
That's
all right.
Swinehunter,
let's do it. I think we're okay.
Cool. As you guys get closer to the water, you gaze in and you see what appears to be a pair of sultry, kind of almond-shaped eyes rippling in the water. And then you hear a watery voice emerge from the oasis. It almost sounds like the lapping of waves upon a distant shore. And you hear it say out loud, 3 questions you may ask.
3 questions.
The 3 questions
ask?
we may ask or must answer. We may ask them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
All right. So what do we got, Ramdas?
All right, we step aside and we confer over here. I think we want to figure out if the water's safe and if there's any downsides to drinking it.
I would ask, is the water safe?
Is the water safe?
To drink.
Is the water safe to drink?
You hear the water voice be like, "Yes, drink of my bounty."
Is there?
Are there any magical properties to the water that we should know about?
Only life.
Oh.
And should we ask if she knows a way through a quick way through the desert, or a safe way through the desert to get us to? We're trying to find Terbakar, or.
You hear the kind of watery voice come back, which is, it sort of indicates only yes, no questions, please.
All right, so we know. Okay, there's no magical effects. The water's safe.
Do we think she can predict the future? No, well, that's tough with a yes/no question.
You could ask her, "Can you predict the future?" And she could say yes, and then you'd be done.
Let's see. Maybe we can ask her. Well, no, that's.
You could ask her, is cross country to the north west safe?
Is crossing through the desert?
Yeah.
Is crossing through the desert to the northwest safe?
Safer than taking the trail?
Yeah, let's ask that.
No. And with that, the entire oasis shimmers, and then in front of your eyes, it just disappears as if it were all an illusion. But you find that all of your water bags have been refreshed to full 15 days.
Oh, nice.
And all of you feel completely refreshed, including your pack animals. It's almost as though the pool hydrated you.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, that's weird. What did you roll on that one?
It's the pool of Tefnut. It's the special encounter table number 6. It's one of the most rare encounters actually in the desert.
Nice.
So we all have 15 days of water now. Let's make note of that.
We still lay odds on keeping the animals, or should we cut them free?
You're going to move a lot slower for what it's worth if you cut them free.
I think we need to keep the animals because we're fresh up. We're full up. I think we can either try to cut across the desert, or we have enough rations now to take the trail and not worry about it probably. But I think maybe we try to cut across the desert.
I want to cut across the desert and just go for it personally.
Yeah, let's do it. She said safer, not fundamentally deadly or whatever. Deadly or just whatever.
Should we go in the direction of the northwest part of the?
I think we go right here.
X, right? That way. Yeah, this way.
Well, that's the trick, though. It feels like it's due west to me.
You think it's this way?
Trail?
Yeah.
You see how? Look down low left where the junction is. See how the trail cuts west northwest. We don't want to cut too high and miss that temple thing. We want to cut as westerly as we can
here
and intersect that road.
And then here.
While yeah, exactly. While fog of warring us and putting enough fog of war to the south that we don't miss it, we don't overshoot it.
Yeah, let's go due west because that'll be easier for us to track with the sun anyway, and it's still approximately 2 hexes. I mean, it's funky the way we have to move it, but if you moved it as the crow flies, since we're going across the desert, we can go as the crow flies. One would think.
All right, Lyle, I moved it.
All right, very good. Oh, by the way, you guys are all now completely refreshed, so it's you're gonna be able to travel further tonight than you normally would. So normally you can do 4 hexes, and you've just done your 3rd bout. I'll let you keep going. I'll tell you when you can stop. All right, then roll on the encounter table. Okay, you're good.
Move us again.
Yeah, move us.
Oh, you're not going northwest. You're going southwest.
We're gonna try to kind of hit.
We're kind of crab walking our way over these hexes.
Yep.
It's a weird, deeply. Or wait, not that one. Yeah,
we want to end up to the northwest
go,
of this one.
All right.
Yeah, you want to go like 10, 11 o'clock, 10:30 o'clock.
Okay.
So the next 4 hours pass without incident.
Again.
You got like maybe one more set of travel before the. All right, cool. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. Hold on one second. All right, so the cool night air has kind of drained all the heat from the sand, but you guys sense that sunset's coming soon, and so you guys decide to make a camp, and you start a campfire. But you sort of feel as if there's like an eerie menace surrounding you, and gradually the winds change direction, and you see a thin streak of white mist appear in the west. It swirls and then disappears behind a dune about 100 yards away. And then moments later, a solitary figure appears from behind the dune, plodding through the desert sand. He appears to be dressed in a leopard skin robe and has an ornate headpiece on. He doesn't appear to be aware of your presence, but he is walking directly towards you.
So before we have to roll initiative or anything, I'm going to cast shield on myself.
Okay.
Oh, on yourself.
Yeah.
On yourself. Yeah.
Grunak's.
So not on
Not on who?
Not on Healbot.
Oh no, I'm not going to heal. I'm not going to protect Healbot.
Buck doesn't like Healbot.
I don't.
Yeah, he really doesn't.
However, Grunak does like the Healbot.
So, all right, I could inspire this dude. How would I find out about his flaw and his ideal?
You're not reading anything off of him, this thing actually, and it doesn't really appear to be threatening, but he's not leaving any tracks in the desert as he gets close to you, and then he sort of pauses about 15 feet away, and then points behind him to the northwest, and just points. And then you hear a voice emanate from him, and he says, "I am Amun-Ra, son of Takosh-Ra of the house of Mo Pilar. Okay. That which you see is but my shadow, which has walked these lands for time uncounted, in search of mighty men of valor to plead their aid. In my time, I was pharaoh of this land now before you. Then Bakar was a green and beautiful place, blessed by the gods of the heaven westward, with a wondrous spring of Athos, which gave life to our land and nurtured our crops. Yet did robbers raid the tombs of my forefathers and take from them tokens of their passage into the lands of the dead, thus keeping them from their reward in the afterlife. I swore that at all costs I would not fall prey to their evil deeds. So it was that I made my mighty and terrible war upon my neighbors, plundering their lands of wealth for my own passage. I did enter a contract with a great mage to work on a mighty wonder, and upon the sweat and blood of my people, I built a theft-proof tomb. But my people turned against me with bitter hatred. I not only robbed our borderlands, but taxed grievously my own people, and so took from them their wealth. They rose up in anger, demanding their gold and precious gems, and their lives and freedom. I cursed them, saying, by the ruling staff and star gem of Mo Pilar, I curse you. Threaten not my life, or by them and by the holy name of Osiris will the stopping of my heart also stop the spring of Athos from her life-giving flow. As the river slows and dies, so shall your land wither into the wilderness. Thus I swear by Osiris's holy name and these implements of my power. From a sea of upraised fists before me rose one sphere. The shaft sped through the darkness, and so too that night did the spring of Athos stop its flow.
Dang.
In death, my spirit gleefully approached the pyramid, but Osiris stopped it from entering the tomb, and he said, Your monument to life was to be the benefit you brought to the people under your stewardship, not this edifice of stone. As you looked only to your death and life, so shall you look only to your life and death.
Whoa.
I am bound to fulfill your curse, for now you have called it down in my name. But I do curse you as well, Amon-Ra. You shall not enter this tomb, where the implements of your voyage to heaven, upon mortal soul, does despoil this place, taking your staff of ruling and the stargem of Mopilar from the theft-proof tomb. Ever have I talked to the wind in hope of help. Uncounted seasons have passed, and my kingdom is now not to be seen in these desert lands. Nothing remains save for my tomb, which stands now as then untouched by time, sand, wind, or men. Though many have tried to plunder my wealth, none have succeeded, and I am thus forbidden passage to heaven until one succeeds. My wealth is thine if thou can best that which I have built. Remove both the staff of ruling and the star gem from my tomb. So then you will gain great wealth, and so then you shall release me. Follow my path to wealth or woe, to thy destiny or doom.
So I know he's called the Spectral Traveler, but can we call him the Wall of Text Traveler?
Yeah, I think that's good. Like, didn't get to the point.
That was a lot, though. That was a big dump.
Yeah,
that was good, though.
That's
good information. So wait, so we just need to release him from his torture by finding his staff. Is that right?
And star gem.
That part of it.
And the star gem, yeah.
And the star gem, yeah.
And if it's
is the star gem the same thing as the thing we came here looking for?
We're looking for 5 gems, 5 star gems, right?
Yeah.
Star gem of Mopilar, yeah.
It's the same.
Okay.
Yeah, his spirit kind of dissipates in the dawn and just sort of disappears.
Whoa.
Man, he should
have it's morning.
Yeah. Hey, you guys want to hear something weird?
Yeah.
I get idiopathic double vision, diplopia. No one can explain it. I got an MRI one time, and there's nothing wrong with no like tumors or growths that would otherwise be implicated. And right now I can see 2 of Sean's head.
Oh, wow.
And it'll pass. It's super.
Can you focus when it happens?
How many can you see
everything's in focus, but I can see 2 things. And if I close one eye, it goes away. It's a failure of the eye muscles to line up the tracking, and it's so weird. Anyway, just FYI, little health tidbit.
Is this psychedelic right now as I move back and forth?
Yeah. Yeah, it's super surreal. Yeah,
it helps with the vertigo.
They gradually cohere again, and so now it's just 2 eyeballs on your head, Sean, as you move your head back and forth. You're like a 4-eyed beast with kind of exactly. All right, let's do it. Let's head to this thing. Let's release the Spectral Traveler.
Okay.
It's morning. Everyone needs to do some water and food, please.
Okay.
2 each, right? For our animals.
Where are you guys at?
Yeah, if you're gonna feed your animals, each animal needs 1 portion of water and 1 portion of food. The camels are doing pretty well right now. They won't need it for at least 3 days. But the jackasses are thirsty.
I fed a jackass and I fed myself. I gave myself water and I gave a jackass water.
Wait, but what do you? So you guys at 13 days of food now, right?
No.
Or excuse me, 13 days of water because we just restocked our water. What are you at on food?
I am at 5 days of food.
After this feeding?
No, I'm at 5 days of food total.
So you ate and now you have 5 left. All right. Who is on first watch?
I'll take it again.
All right, Ramdas. Okay. First watch passes without incident. Second watch.
I'll do second watch.
Buck. Okay. Second watch passes without incident. Third watch.
Third as usual.
All right. Here we go.
And
third watch passes without incident. It's nighttime.
I like how in the game we're traveling, and it's clear that in real life you're traveling as well. You're on some kind of journey.
Right.
I am.
I think you're on a journey to find a room without a kid in it. That would be my guess.
He's also questing for probably chips.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
The chips haven't happened yet. I don't know if I have any left. I have kids.
I have something horrible from Trader Joe's. It's pink.
Classy.
What's happening over there?
Yeah, what is happening, kid?
You taking a shower?
I'm moving into my office and I'm lowering the blinds a little bit.
Okay. Is something gonna
Because
go
my cat
wrong?
is sitting here and will claw at the blinds if I lower them all the way while she's here.
Awesome.
All right, you guys unpack your camp and you're ready to continue west.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So west, northwest or southwest? I think northwest because we can stay on the path
I
that
think
way.
northwest. Yeah, there's something that's like a contour line. There's also a big number printed on the desert.
Hey, you just moved twice.
I just wanted to see what was over there.
Uh-huh.
The fog of war does something weird for me. Like if you look at my screen, it's like all horked up.
Oh, just do a control shift. Could do a control shift R and reload.
What? Why a hard reload? Can't I just do a control R?
Oh, you do that too. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So you just moved 1 hex.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll roll. You find yourself on the Sand Voyagers Trail. You see the kind of spangles.
Yeah, that's that dark thing we just are on. That's not like
Yeah.
a contour line. That's.
Yep. It's the trail. Oh. No, actually, sorry. This is the riverbed, Athos. You're in the Athos's riverbed now.
That's cool.
The eight down below, that's the Sand Voyagers Trail, right? Like that's on that trail. Okay.
Yeah, we want to be on the River Athos Trail because that's going to take us right to the tomb.
So since we can see a giant 9 hidden in the desert, should we go towards it?
That's the Spectral Traveler. He's just seated throughout the desert.
Okay.
No. Okay.
All right, let's continue on then.
All right, then let's follow this riverbed. Yeah.
All right.
We're just a few short days from eating one of our animals.
That's an exciting day for me.
All right.
Grunak's like, just like home.
Okay. You're on the trail. Cool. And 1. Okay. And 1d6. 1. You guys see high overhead a formation of air lancers. They appear to be about 10 of them flying in a V. There you see them kind of like they're doing. It looks like they're in some kind of search pattern.
So, yeah, I mean, if those air lancers come after us, the first thing they're going to say to us is "Oi," and then we all know it's on.
Well, here's the deal: they're looking for the caravan that probably got munched on.
Oh yeah.
That was that the smoke we saw coming from the north? Was the caravan getting raided and burned? Is my intuition right on
that? Maybe.
Come on,
maybe
G.
Not.
Come on, G. Good. Throw us a bone, G.
I know that was a good effort though, Ken. Like I do that with my kids all the time if we're playing some sort of guessing game or just be like, what is it? It's used to work every time.
All right, I'm gonna roll a 1d6 to see if they spot you guys.
Do we want them to spot us? Because I have a mirror we could signal.
No, I don't think we want them to spot us.
I don't think there's any reason why they shouldn't spot us because they're kind of on our side, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not opposed to it, but I'm not sure we want to. Oh, maybe we should signal them that way. Like,
we can make
it. Exactly, we can say to them, "Hey, we were not hiding from you."
It's nighttime, so there's no sun from which to signal.
Fair enough.
But I will see if they spot you. They don't.
Okay. Non-event.
Yeah, they fly off to the horizon. Let's keep going.
All right.
Okay. Oh, something happens. That's why I like how you guys travel at night. It really get a much higher rate of random encounters. Okay. 3. And then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. L. All right, here we go.
Great.
Yeah, you come across what looks like a wandering camel. It's it looks injured. It's kind of limping, and it looks like it's been in some sort of scrap. Um, it's scared of you guys and tries to edge away from you when you get close to it.
All right, I'm going to attempt to approach it using my rangering empathy skills and see if I can't get close to it and then read its mind and find out what happened. Since like this is like the perfect setup for that talent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, give me a quest roll.
Grunak can reach into his shorts or into his loincloth
Okay.
and pull out a sugar cube.
All right, I failed to approach the dumb camel.
Yeah, it gets skittish and kind of pulls away from you, but it's not. It just sort of edges out away, like it's. You can tell it wants to be with you guys, but it's also really scared.
Can I roll a quest roll for my sugar cube?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's interested. It kind of noses up and gets closer enough. Ramdas, you could probably do your thing. And
Okay.
it gobbles the sugar cube.
All right. I am going to speak with animal.
Mm-hmm.
Means I touch an animal that is not currently hostile towards you, forming a telepathic bond with it for a minute. You can interpret the animal's thoughts and feelings. You have an exchange of communication with it. It can give basic information about things like how it feels, what it has been, what it wants, but it cannot understand complex ideas.
Dude,
Remember,
this is perfect.
Amon can probably heal it.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it? I ask it through this telepathic bond. How did it come to this pain? How pain come, friend camel?
Yeah, so it is a very old camel and an experienced desert traveler, and it says that it was part of a caravan that was attacked by giant scorpions, and the scorpions just tore through everything else, and it ran off, but not before it got nicked by one of the scorpion's claws.
How many days camel walking from here happened to scorpions, friend camel?
Mm-hmm. So it says it came from the east. Maybe 12 hours, 14 hours. It's been sort of walking east to west.
This camel's reasonably articulate and probably thinks I'm an idiot.
Well, it's going east to west, so it came from behind us, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Grunak's gonna ask Ramdas if he can let Amon approach the camel so that Amon can heal the camel's wounds.
Yeah. I explained to the camel, small, unimpressive friend can heal. Heal camel. Make pain stop.
All right. Are you going to hit it with the 5 hit point heal?
For sure.
For 1 AP? Yeah. What is that? Mend?
Can I edit?
You should be able to just... Yeah, you should be able to just...
Click a button.
You can click it, man.
You can click it.
Mend.
Glorious. Yeah, Campbell's feeling much better now. You feel a sense of relief flood over you, Ramdas, as the camel's emotional state comes happy. And
ask it,
it likes you now.
Are scorpions following camel?
It doesn't think so, but it also says that it ran like hell. And it's an old camel and it doesn't run very fast, but it didn't think any followed.
What did camels humans call camel?
Its name is Poky.
Poky. Good.
Send Poky off into the desert.
Yeah, I think we set Poky free. Poky, have you seen anything else of interest in desert near here?
Mm-hmm. Poky says you feel a sense that it's really good at finding water. Poky knows where to find water. It's an experienced desert traveler.
Maybe we want to take Poky with us.
Yeah.
Abrupt
Poky.
change of plans, guys.
Yeah. Poky, how hard finding water in the desert?
Very hard, but Poky knows. Poky knows.
So I give Poky the biggest hug and just like cuddle with its big gnarly fur. I try to just express pure love for the camel.
Mm-hmm.
And I let Poky know that later, when it's spiritually ready, I can give Poky the gift of oneness with all. But for now,
just microdose.
Yeah, no macrodose, like trip balls,
Well,
like
for now, you can just Poky can forget Poky's woes by microdosing his way down the trail.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'll give him. Give him just a little bit of sort of like MDMA in Elvish. So let's let's keep Poky with us and then put him on the task of finding water soon.
Okay. You guys have maybe two shifts or 2 rides left. Keep going.
Okay, let's do it.
Move us along.
These green hexes to our south and west, Lyle. What's the nature of that terrain?
Oh yeah, those are the kind of rocky, barren, or the craggy hills.
Okay.
It's totally uninviting.
So
All right.
I see a structure ahead of us. We're almost there, you guys.
It was like the comforting hills.
Okay.
Hills.
That hex passes without incident.
Okay.
All right. So does that. Yeah, you guys can see in the distance the pyramid of Amun Ra, like rising out of the moonlight. Huge structure. Just glittering in the moonlight.
Okay.
All right. So it's now time to camp.
Yeah, you could push it if you wanted.
What time of day is it now?
It's about 4 a.m. maybe 4:30.
So we get there about
7? Do we think the craggy rocks are safer and more sheltered, or do we think we're better off trying to get to the structure and taking our respite right outside it?
Probably the structure.
Yeah.
I think if anything,
I vote
safer.
I think we push it.
You guys gonna push it?
What do you think, G?
Yeah, Lau. What do you think? Which is safer?
I mean, it's the desert. Like the rocks are maybe gonna be safe, but also maybe not. You guys haven't really tried the barren rocks yet.
I think, and we haven't. It's not like we've been able to handle anything the desert has thrown at us so far. So.
Ken, Lyle can hear you.
Yeah.
You just said that.
I mean, we go into the rocks and a troll kills us, right?
It's the only way I'm going to spend adventure points from killing shit. So.
Right.
Bring it.
I'm going forward.
Why don't you just say
call.
Lyle lacks the skill to kill us? He couldn't do it if he tried. Why don't you just say that?
All right.
All right, we did it. We went. Executive decision was made.
We did it.
Cool. This is number. What number is this? 11.
11. Yeah.
Yeah. In the midst of the vast desert stands the last relic of a dead civilization. From the broken foundations of once mighty city, a great pyramid rises, its polished stone walls gleaming in the sunlight, like the facets of a gigantic jewel. It is oriented with the compass points, a wall surrounding it. Before it, on the south, a temple stands guard, the only break in the wall. The pyramid and the temple are the only buildings that have escaped ruin. All the other buildings facing the broad boulevard that once led to the temple stairs are gutted shells, filled with drifting sand and desert. Thin wisps of smoke rise from what appears to be pavilions near the temple steps, announcing to you that Terbakar, although a dead city, is not lifeless.
What? So when you say it's not lifeless, tell me again why we don't think it's lifeless.
You see what looks like campfires, smoke from campfires.
Okay.
Coming from over the wall.
Over the wall near the temple.
Yeah. And then the door. There's a primary entrance to the place.
Yeah, it's like a kind of break in the wall that leads into the city.
But it's not currently blocked by a gate or other structure.
It's all ruins. Yeah.
Yeah. It's ruins. That's interesting. So it's going to be like whatever, like a funny, like comical hobo camp in there or something like that, like musical hobos, I'm sure.
These are looters, right? That's I mean, this is a tomb.
Treasure hunters, or just groups of anthropologists, well supplied, very reasonable. There's going to be like ropes and diagrams and grids and
intellectual discourse and
all that shit. So let's go. How far? So I look around for tracks. I try to perceive traffic patterns exterior to the wall before we approach and enter.
Lots of human foot traffic towards the temple.
Should we skirt around behind the temple, or just skirt the perimeter of the wall so we get a better sense, or should we just
walk right in?
Walk right in. Let's walk right in. Let's do it.
I mean, we could reconnoiter and stuff and see. Or do we want to be sneaky?
Yeah. No, I'm way overthinking it. These are Zweihander reflexes kicking in. You remember Zweihander, where like in this session alone, we've played the equivalent of like 6 to 12 months of weekly Zweihander. In terms of
Jason,
actual narrative incidents. Yeah. So let's just walk the fuck in. Yeah.
In Zweihander, we would have caught like a parasite from our water supply, like in the second or third day, and by the fifth day, we'd be hallucinating and shitting ourselves all over the side of the road.
We would have literally spent 3 weeks on a side quest about evacuating our colons of bacteria.
Absolutely.
We wouldn't have made it off the first text. By the way, it's black, Lyle.
I got you. Hold on. I'm just gonna getting your tokens. I gotta bring you guys in. All right. There we go. Good?
Yeah. Good.
All right.
Yeah. So is this module? I think you told us this, but I forgot. Like, so the lighting overlay, the fog of war overlay for these maps, is you had to create that, or did you find that pre-made?
Well, the maps someone else made, and then I've put in the sort of vision obstructions so that what you see is what you get.
Wow. So you just have to draw like this is a structure. You draw
boxes and that is a structure. You draw where the vision gets obstructed.
This is cool.
And then it's very slick. I think Roll20 did a nice job with lighting. Once you can kind of get it to work. Cool. Let me tell you what you guys see. Hold on one second.
I'm taking a pass over. I do it with a pass.
Sure. Pyramid.
What, are you just gonna climb up that wall instead of going up the stairs? What are you doing even? What are you doing there?
All right, here we go. Sorry, this is first ed. I have to read you guys some text. You ready?
Okay.
The pyramid rises about 750 square. The pyramid is about 750 square feet at the base, rising to a height of at least 700 feet. The highly polished rock that forms its exterior is untouched by desert sands, in contrast to the rock of the 20-foot-high wall that surrounds it. The pyramid side faces the compass points. The only break in the wall, okay, I read that to you guys already. Entrance is obviously via the southern platform to the south. Like the stone in the surrounding wall, the stone of the temple is worn by time, although still sturdy and solid. There's no windows in the temple wall, and only one entrance, gained by 2 staircases, flanks a circular basin climbing 30 feet to the temple porch. The temple's roof is capped by 1 large and 1 small dome. A broken lime cement basin, 100 feet in diameter, with no apparent opening in the bottom, lies within the entrance of the stairs to the southern, lies within the embrace of the stairs to the southern entryway. The basin obviously once contained water, which emptied into a deep channel in the desert ground. The channel leads away from the temple to the south, passing the building ruins there before turning east into the north, out into the great desert, along the empty riverbed path that you followed.
Hey, Lyle, the basin is the thing out front, right?
Yep, and the path here is this thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the source of the river. This is the source of the river Athos, right?
Athos, yep.
Athos.
It's the source. Is it like, do we think it's underground, or do we think it was some magical thing?
I think this is where I think this is what dried up when
he died.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think once we can finally release his spirit, by plundering his tomb. I don't know where this metaphor is exactly going, but will basically cause the river to flow. That's what I think.
Yeah, I hope so. That'd be really cool.
Because then we could stop worrying so much about our freaking water.
Also, we could get a boat.
Just
right.
Pop that boat on there, and as we tumble forward in a flood. All right, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go inside. I'm going.
All right, hold on 1 second. I gotta switch over to the dynamic lighting layer. Yeah, you guys are still exploring the exterior.
Yeah, let's go.
The exterior here. Okay, so I guess we go in the door, right?
Yep. You can open it.
Yeah.
Wait, let's. Oh, okay.
Wait, come back.
How many people? Listen, we've got a couple people with missile weapons. Who are those people?
I have missile weapon.
You have a missile weapon, so does Healbot. I'm on. So you guys need to be toward the front so you can sling and shoot.
They need to be toward the back so they can sling and shoot. We need to be towards the front.
Usually you put the missile cowards in the back.
Well, I'm just trying to make your life braver and more heroic. But
we'll hang back here and watch how it goes for you.
Yeah.
Since we're the heavy hitters, the invoker and the fighter.
Yeah, Grunak, are you well lubed?
Why would you ask that question?
Well, it's been.
Of course, I'm
lubed in the desert. These are challenging conditions, even for one who secretes bodybuilding oil like yourself.
No.
All right, let's open that next door.
Yeah.
Okay, so you actually, you open the next door. Yep. Boop. 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 People, you see a 30 by 40 foot wide room that's lit with torches. The torches cast flickering lights on very decorative wall carvings on the high dome ceiling. A human figure dressed in vaguely priestly garb stands at the altar in front of a huge statue, where he is reading from a large white book with gleaming metal fittings. 5 other humans dressed like dervishes stand around him, casually studying the wall carvings. They turn to you and
roll for initiative now.
And say, "Oi!" No, just kidding.
Do we know anything about dervishes? What in this world? I mean,
so what you do know is what Amon told you, which is that before the kingdom collapsed due to the drying up of the river Athos, the Rarundi culture was like a fertile and kind of very engineering focused and like multi-god type culture. But then everything dried up, and most of them were forced to flee south into Dapari, where they were taken on as like effectively second-class citizens. But some of them chose to stay in the desert because they wanted to protect the artifacts and sort of their culture. They wanted to make sure that no one would despoil it. And so the ones that did stay, Amon told you, were potentially fanatics, and he warned you not to plunder things in front of them, else they would probably try to kill you, was what he said.
Yeah, so these are the opposite of treasure hunters. These are motherfuckers we have to kill to hunt treasure. Probably.
These are, yeah, exactly. These are treasure preservers. So wait,
dude,
before we go in,
yeah,
Lyle, do I know anything specific about these?
Yeah, you have distant memories of.
Do I recognize anyone in this room?
No.
Okay.
The dude standing by the statue with the big book clearly looks like their leader, and as you guys come in, the other dervishes kind of give way, and
I'd like to go up and talk to him.
Yeah, and he approaches you. He has sort of a skeptical but look on his face, like he thinks you guys are maybe treasure hunters or something, and he says, "What brings you to the tomb of Amon-Ra?"
So I look him in the eye and I say, "Oi."
He goes,
we are but simple travelers in the great vastness of the desert. We come here to observe the holy relics. What doest thou here?
We are searching for the whereabouts of a dervish band that entered the pyramid a week ago and did not return. I've had little luck with this book, which is written in some strange language that I'm not familiar with.
I motion Grunak over.
Grunak reaches into his loincloth and pulls out.
Have him guess which one of us can read that book.
No, I motion both of you over in addition to Healbot, and I say, one among us can read this sacred text. Would you care to hazard a guess which? And he really needs to roll, Lyle. I don't think he just guesses.
Sure. You guys catch this on the cover of the book, by the way.
Okay.
Right, he's got to roll to see who he thinks of you can read it.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Seems only fair.
If I get a 15 through 20, he picks Grunak. 12. He points to Aman al-Rakib. He's like, that one. He looks smart.
I smile in my beard, and I just shake my head, negatory, and I hook a thumb at Grunak, and I say, "This is our languages expert here."
Yeah.
Grunak flexes impressively.
Yeah, and I'm just like, yeah, he's our body man and our face and our brain. It's insane, man.
He reaches into his loincloth kind of from under and pulls out his pince nez.
So what do I know about his like what's motivating this guy? Can I want to talk to him, I want to find out his name, I want to understand his motivations.
Sure, yeah. Let me briefly describe what you guys see in the rest of the room, though, as you come in. So in addition to the double doors in the south, the room has doorways to the north end and side walls. The statue is the statue of a pharaoh, cut from a stone different from the surrounding walls or altar. Several of the wall panels are inscribed with writings carved in the ancient alphabet. And then there's also what you see on the book itself. In terms of his demeanor, he appears worried and nervous about his lost dervishes, and he seems genuinely interested in help.
So, what's his name? Lyle, what's his name?
He introduces himself as the Holy Asada.
The Holy Asada? Like
IASEDA. No, it's IASEDA.
Okay.
Grunak picks up the book and.
Well, he's clutching the book to his chest. He's not going to just give it to you. It's a.
I put my hand on his shoulder and I say, Holy Asada.
And then I say, I say, it may not be obvious, but these men are good. They are respectful of this culture. You can trust them.
And I continue on and I say, Holy Asada, do you feel pain because you could not find and rescue the dervishes that came before thee?
I do. It hurts.
I at that point I say, Holy Asada, you are forgiven.
Oh, you bust out forgive. Wow. Yeah, you become awestruck. Okay. Boss, temporarily endeared. Okay, wow. So he just kind of like appears to melt. Like a look of relief comes across his face. He's like old and craggy looking, but for a moment he appears as like a young man. And he says, please help us find our comrades.
Holy Asada, we will do this thing for you.
How can we help you?
It will be okay. So we begin to plan with him. So I say, first we must translate the book. Put it here on the table, Holy Asada.
Yeah, he puts it on the table, and
so Grunak, I motion Grunak over, and I indicate that he should not.
Oh,
he should not pick it up.
Tomb of Amun-Re, one of my favorites.
While while Grunak is translating, I'm good. I go over to where my backpack is in the corner of the room and refresh my water, and then I take some repose and act comfortable.
Oh yeah, it's that time again, guys. The time for the reading of ancient texts.
Oh, great. By the way, I see a black background, just so you know.
Yeah. I'm bringing a torch in. All right, we got a torch.
Oh, hey. Dried up and blew away
Oh,
grass that withered beneath their feet. Yes, yes.
No.
You know what? Grunak knows his shit really well.
Yeah, I think Grunak should just read it.
Do a screenshot. Quick, do a screenshot.
No.
I'll just let Grunak read it.
That's fine. All right. Oh, you want to read the? You actually want to translate it, Grunak?
Grunak will sit down and translate it. I have the lexicon down. It'll save us a lot of time. We would figure this out eventually.
Yeah. There you go.
Right. It was said through the land that from time forth, those who entered the tomb either came forth saying that its riches had already been plundered.
Go up to the top.
Oh wait, oops.
Yep, there's even more.
Ooh, sorry. I'm having a problem zooming on it.
I love that torch. I didn't realize what those little torches were.
Oh yeah, they're
if
very.
If you right click and drag, you can right click and drag the background, Ken. Like you can move the map by right clicking and dragging. Should I say right click and drag a couple more times?
You can. You should.
Oh, this is so problematic.
Man, vodka straight from the bottle, huh, Jason? You're muted, by the way, Jason. But you probably knew that.
He's drinking vodka straight from the bottle?
I'll drink the first. I'll drink. I'll read the first one, then you can read on there after that.
Good idea. Good idea.
The building of the pyramid was a colossal feat, especially in the bad years. The gold piece had been lowered in value so many times that people began to wonder if there was any future in the gold piece at all. You're up. You're up, Grunak.
I'm sorry. It was said through the land that from time forth, those who entered the tomb either came forth saying that its riches had already been plundered or else they had never returned at all. Whoa. That day did the river dry and the rains disappear. The arid sun burned into the land and everything withered in its gaze. The people too dried up and blew away like grass that withered beneath their feet. The trade business died away after the first 4 years. Now I'm here holding 12 cases of pyramid statues. Oh, for the days when a priest could earn an honest gold piece. All that remains now is I, who attend this temple in the hopes that some soul might return that terrible wrath of Amun-Re. I also sell trinkets to tradesmen who come, although lately sales have been low.
Okay. That's actually kind of a depressing text if you think about it, because it's incredibly mundane.
It's incredibly mundane, and yeah, things were shitty.
Yeah. I sold trinkets. So,
hold on. So I'm gonna show you guys the writing on the walls as well, since you're in full Indiana Jones mode. This one, I think that
you're gonna make us translate.
It's pretty short. It'll be fun. I swear.
For you.
Hold on, let me bring you guys.
That just saved us like 40 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
I mean, we would have done it, but
it's 9:07 p.m. It would be 9:47 p.m. and I would be like, okay, we translated it. End of session.
All right. Here, let me reveal. This one's pretty short. You guys can probably, yeah. I'm pretty sure you'll crush it.
Crush it, yeah.
I gotta give Grunak a chance to shine with his real skills. Open sesame. All right, did it show itself?
Yeah, it's kind of colorless.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop in a torch. I'm gonna try to drop in a torch. Did I fail?
Po Biz Spry Liz Forquay from Quiz We Shrugged. All right, Grunak, what do you got?
Let's see. I gotta bring up the little lexicon here. Oh, there we go. Though a spirit lies forth from us westward into this likeness, does a spirit come that he may commune with men.
You nailed it.
It's so good because I can see it.
Sorry, guys.
That one was good too, actually. Let's just keep doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, it worked.
That worked. That worked for me.
You guys are amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. Back to the tomb. The old man, the Holy Saddle, listens to all this. He's like, I don't see how that helps us at all. Damn it.
I ask him, Holy Asada, what have you seen so far? What have you done? What have you attempted? Fill us in on your strategy and your thinking.
We've explored this area as much as we can, and all we found are rats and some rooms. To the east, I have the other half of our of my dervish warband sleeping and camping. But otherwise, we've made no progress into cracking the mysteries of.
What about to the west, Holy Asada?
But Grunak points to the book and he's like, but this likeness doesn't the passage that I just read refer to this statue?
Oh, good thinking. You're right.
So Grunak's like he takes his pince nez off and puts them back into his loincloth. And goes over and kind of looks at the statue and he's like, do we talk to it?
Are there any rats cruising around?
There aren't. Why don't you take a closer look at that statue, though?
Grunak's gonna. All right, Grunak takes a closer look. What's the statue made of? Is it
white marble?
White marble.
Any inscriptions?
Anything that looks like a compartment or a drawer or something that could.
No, but it does look like it wobbles a little bit when you get up on it.
Oh fuck yeah! Grunak's gonna give it a big manly push.
All right, give me a quest roll. See if you can do it on your own. Flex, Grunak.
You should get some kind of modifier for this, even though they don't exist.
I mean, he's going to take a moment, to center himself and prepare his muscles. He's going to do some breathing to get, the right amount of oxygen in place. He's going to give it a big shove.
Oh wait, does he fall off and lose some of his panache? Because that would be a tough choice.
Oh yeah, I think that is it. So you can succeed, or you can stumble a little bit and look not cool.
Oh, he'll totally.
Or succeed and look not cool, or
no. The first set of choices.
Yeah.
I will succeed, and what happens is he starts to really just push. And he just completely slips and just kind of falls flat on his face, but is able to somehow do whatever he needs to do.
Is the secretion on him too great and he just slides off of the statue in the final push?
No, he's able to push it aside. He does slip a little bit, but it reveals a secret door behind the statue.
Maybe we should have... Bald Dervish go in, also known as Holy Asada.
I was expecting
get dark?
treasure
You
underneath.
guys all vanished. I'm left in the room alone. Did you guys go down another?
No, you should control R.
I'll refresh.
Carne Asada, come with us.
Cool.
So I step into the room. What happens?
Let's see. Yeah, it reveals a space that's about 10 by 20 with an arch ceiling 10 foot wide, or 10 foot tall. Amon shivers and says, guys, I recognize it. There's There's teleportation magic here. This feels like the other side of a teleportation gateway.
What?
Or rather, one side of a teleportation gateway.
Right.
Let's go into this room.
Actually, you know what?
Well,
let's
like
send one of the dervishes in. Actually, let's.
Oh, that's not heroic, and that's not Grunak's way.
No, maybe it's not Grunak's way, but it's
Buck.
It's definitely
It's
Buck's way.
It's time for courage, Buck. Grunak's gonna take the lead. Go ahead.
You're gonna come up with some. You're gonna do some kind of like it's time to buck up, aren't you?
I can't now, can I, Sean?
Yeah, well, you could. It'd be dumb though.
You blew it.
Hey.
I step through because I'm
While
cooler
he's
than you, and I do
fucking
it first.
Oh.
What happens, Lyle?
Nothing.
We sort of bump into each other as we're trying to go in together, like jostle each other. Like
Yeah, because
stuck in the doorway.
earlier you looked stupid and fell on your face. You're at a disadvantage when it comes to manly pectoral thrusting action.
That'll never happen. Actually,
It will actually. It just did.
it's pectoral thrusting is my thing.
Look at the size of these pecs.
Nothing happens. It appears as though whatever teleportation magic once imbued this room is no longer active.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna search every wall, including the ceiling and floors.
You find nothing.
Is there dust? Is there dust or any other medium in which there would be cracks
Very-
when we walk around in here?
Very dusty. Looks like nothing's been in here for a long time. You're the first people to have discovered this.
Hey, Carne Ayasada, did you know where your dervish colleagues were planning to make ingress?
They disappeared in the tomb to the north. If you head that way, you'll find another entrance. Sorry, I should have mentioned this. You'll find an entrance to a deeper part of the tomb that way.
Which
And he
way
points
is that
in the
way?
direction,
He points to the north.
but around.
Like
but
you have to
around
go
this-
outside?
this space.
No, he says you have to go through these doors.
Okay.
You can go to the right or to the left.
So go around. Basically, this room structure behind the
Well, this
desk
was
in the middle.
All right. I want to open the door to the right.
this is where Amun-Re teleported in so he could appear to people when they called to him. Right?
Okay. I'm walking through. What am I seeing, Lyle?
So, Buck, are you just walking? Are you gonna wait, or we should evaluate this a little tactically?
So this is an unlit corridor. It looks to be, you see a bunch of bunks and dervishes sleeping. One of them like cracks their eye open and looks at you critically, but then sees that the Holy Assad is behind you guys and goes back to sleep.
Okay. I'm going to tiptoe through here. I don't want to wake the dervishes. So I see a dervish here. I see a bunch of dervishes sleeping. There's some bunks. Like we could crash here, you guys. There's actually quite a few dervishes here.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm gonna go ahead and go through this door to the north.
Yeah. So should we recruit the dervish? So I asked the dervish captain. Carne Asada.
Carne Asada.
Carne is an honorific in our native tongue. That means holiest of holies. Carne Asada. Shall we go exploring now actively for your colleagues, or do you need rest?
He says, I need rest. How about you explore, and if you find anything, come back and let me know.
Plus, we don't want the dervishes
Okay.
around because we're gonna loot.
I know. I was Jedi mind tricking them, Grunak. The idea was to make them think we wanted them to go, but really we don't. But also suggest rest.
Are you trying like 8-year-old child parenting tricks again?
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
This sounds very familiar as well.
Don't rest. Carne Asada, don't you rest. Don't do it. Don't lay in that bed and close your eyes and think about something calming.
It totally worked. He does not want to follow you guys.
All right.
He's still sort of aglow from his experience of having his guilt removed. I'm going to give you guys a quest token as well. All right, so you guys are heading to that room to the north?
We're in it, man.
Yeah, so you...
Who are we talking to, by the way? Who's this dude we just ran into? Mr. Long
Yeah,
Nose.
you enter a small temple 30 feet across and 20 feet deep. There's a door in the center of the south wall, which you just came through, and another on the east end of the north wall. Within this dark and smoky room, a dull red glow is visible from a pile of burning incense in the center of the room. Against the western wall is a statue of the pharaoh, his hands forming an altar platform 5 feet above the floor. Prostrate on the ground in front of the statue is a human. He's sort of, and then he sees you guys and rises and says, "Strangers, who are you and what are you doing in this tomb?" You see he's dressed in the same garb as the Holy Asada, but not as fancy looking, but very similar.
I say, I have come to grant forgiveness to the Holy Asada, and I am here to grant forgiveness to you.
Forgiveness for the lost dervishes we're searching for?
Yes. You failed to find them, and I am going to...
So you're trying to first intensify the guilt to increase to maximize the impact of the action point.
The greater the pain, the better the release.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm not going to try to intensify his guilt. I'm going to try to inspire him. And so I have to say a meaningful statement. And I say, that which was lost will be found, and that which you have found will be lost.
He shapes their behavior around their ideal. Okay, yeah, and cannot fall victim to their flaw. Got it.
So what is his flaw and ideal?
His ideal is the preservation of Rarundi culture, and his flaw is that he's lazy and doesn't want to actually do any work.
So he's actually going to not do that. He's going to help us as much as he can to preserve, to find the missing Rarundi, and he's not going. He's actually going to very eagerly help us, right?
Yeah.
So I motion to the statue, and I'm like, "Help me move this statue."
Of course. It doesn't move. It's anchored in there.
I'm like, that was a test. You have passed.
I ask him. I said, we are members of an order known as the Tourists, and it is our mission to aid those who protect culture and higher values. We are merely here in selfless devotion to our own religion, which is to aid yours. What is the way to follow those dervishes? Where from here should we travel next?
Leads through the door to the north. Head down the corridor, take a right, and you'll find yourself in the pharaoh's tomb.
Okay, I'm gonna go through this door.
And I say, "Would that I had a pair of white gloves to further minimize my impact on this hallowed place."
Damn. All right, I'm gonna go this way.
All right, cool. Let's see. This is, hold on. I have more flavor text for you guys. The Exit of Kings. The north side of this room is 30 feet across, and the room is 20 feet deep to the south. To the east and west, at the northern end of the side wall, stairs lead down to corridors. Light falls through an open archway in the center of the north wall. Oh, sorry, it leads up.
Okay. Oh, it went up and now up again, or up and down?
Up to the north.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go this way. Oh, what do I got going on here?
Yeah. Another hallway.
Come on, guys, let's go. Let's keep going. You guys, which one of you is not following me? Ken, are you stuck way behind?
You're marching to your death, as far as I know.
All right, what are we seeing here? There's some green shit going on.
This circular room is 40 feet in diameter. In the center of the room stands a large white marble altar. Behind the altar is a large statue of a man carved from greenish stone, staring down what appears to be with jeweled pupils. Pupils are small rubies. Looks like it might be fairly simple to to pop them out with your knife if you wanted to.
I don't actually. I'm gonna go inspect the table.
Wait. Yeah.
Table has some incense on it. Looks like an offering table.
All right.
Is there any incense?
Just ash.
Okay. I have like some basic hippie shit like patchouli and incense, so I'm gonna put incense on it and light it, and then bow. I don't think it's gonna have any impact, but it seems.
I'm gonna cross myself.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
We're just gonna kind of cover all the spiritual bases.
Totally.
Huh?
Grunak's gonna do some push-ups, I think.
I think at this point that's your obeisance to a higher power. At this point, I'd like to go through this door.
Cool.
This is old school D&D, so I'm just assuming there's going to be a trap at some point, John.
It's cool.
Okay, I cleared it out for you.
So what are these things in the corners? Are these toadstools or are they?
They're old urns. Yeah.
Canopic jars.
Yeah, this looks like it was once a worship room. Maybe gives off a slight herbal smell, but otherwise appears empty. Looks like it's been neglected for years.
Jason, I motion you over, and I'm like, hey, maybe we should see if we can harvest some goods from these jars for you, if you know what I'm saying.
Totally. No, I'm going to go check them out. To the extent there are jars with plant material.
Yeah, there are. It looks like there's in the jars are like ancient herbs and spices. Looks like maybe they were used to make the incense. They're still actually kind of maintain their integrity, even though they're obviously quite old. Not quite clear what they're good for, but you could scoop them up if you wanted.
I feel like a jar like that's gonna have like a bunch of stuff on the side, you know, like, and it's gonna be the concentrated stuff. Like the interior of the jar is gonna have this very concentrated, like whatever the incense is made out of that causes the dervishes to whirl. Like it's gonna have that on the inside of the jar, and you could just scrape it off with a knife and just really have this ultra concentrated version.
Yeah, you mentioned like some resin in there, right?
Exactly.
Like leftover,
exactly
like oils that have leaked and accreted in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just take a handful of it for future usefulness. Maybe I'll experiment on it later if I'm not able to fully evaluate its medicinal or psychoactive properties today. Yeah. I mean, after we win and save the world, maybe I'll smoke some and see what happens.
No, you don't smoke it. You feed it to a dervish.
Yeah.
All right, cool. You guys gonna continue through to the north?
I can't see anything else. I see no other.
It's the passageway to the north. That's the entrance to where the quest token is and where Amon Al Rakib Jr. is.
Okay.
Oh, is that a place we can?
Yeah.
We can exit that direction.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go north.
I'm just gonna put everyone up there, so I can grab your tokens.
Sounds good.
Let's just use the quest token for a while since we're kind of exploring here. It'll be easier than us all running all around. Unless Grunak wants to go somewhere on his own.
Grunak seems to be a laggard, and so I think we should. I kind of feel like Grunak the laggard kind of makes sense. He's really not actually. He appears to be like Fabio, well-oiled, but the reality is that he's not. He really isn't.
He just spends a lot of time posing and admiring. It's really hard. Like he can see in his pecs extend well into his peripheral vision. He's constantly aware of how muscled he is.
I think he probably stares straight ahead and he tries to get his pecs into his vision instead of looking down at it all. And it's like a little game he plays with himself. And he probably gets distracted a lot playing that game, would be my guess.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, where are we?
All right, I just brought you guys to a new map.
We're on the south side.
Yeah, you should zoom in. This one's the big one.
Okay. What was the old map and what is the new map?
In terms of their names?
Well, just like what what were we looking at in the old map? Was it the anteroom to the pyramid, or was it the pyramid? And
it was like the temple where the priests lived and kind of did rituals. This is taking you deeper into the temple. Not quite clear what this is, but
isn't there a pyramid at some point?
You're in the pyramid.
So this is a temple in a pyramid.
Yeah, so at the edge of the pyramid was the temple.
Okay.
You guys went into the temple, and now you're proceeding deeper in. Yeah, into the pyramid.
So we just entered the pyramid, is what we did.
Yeah, we've like moved far enough through the temple. The temple's like on the pyramid, on the outside of it, right? Like stuck on the outside. We've moved past that very clear structure, and now we're going into
the temple antechamber.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Yeah. The stairs climb from the walkway that leads to the rear of the temple to the south face. They are highly polished as the pyramid's walls, reflecting light from a mirror-smooth finish, untouched by the ravages of sand.
Guys, let's go to this. Let's go down this side passage.
At the top of the stairs is a platform, obviously giving access to the pyramid. It's 50 feet across from the front, 30 feet to the back wall. Animals have been intricately carved into the stone walls.
Huh. I don't see anything here. I race around the room and I quickly examine the statue for anything obvious.
Yeah. Is there dust or footprints here? Anything that I could track?
Hold on one second. Yeah, there's footprints all over.
Yikes.
You do see very small, narrow passageways to the south, by the way. If you go to the bottom of the map and look west or east.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the one to the west here.
Go to the west? Yeah. Let's stick together and make a decision. Let's nominate Buck our goer. And I spend my time evaluating the floor for tracks and attempting to see traps or other salient features of this.
Buck motions wildly. Come with me, guys. Come with me. And he runs to the other side.
You're on the west side, right?
Yeah.
He went down the east.
Well, I went to the west. Oh, now I'm in the east side. Yeah. And I see a giant cauldron of flame.
You guys are on the east side?
Yep.
Number
Buck is.
4.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Buck's a
idiot.
Diablo. We're gonna have to find something soon.
So you see that there's some dervishes in this room, and they're all kind of prostrate in front of the statue, and they're all chanting in unison. When
you say they're prostate, that gives me an image that I'm not sure I like.
That's only because you've put that image in your head. It wasn't me.
Okay.
It's not like the organ. It's not like the gland near your bladder that creates problems. It's different
as you age.
It's exactly. It's this meaning of the word is that they're prone or low to the floor in a position of submission to their god.
Okay.
And so,
submission.
Do we recognize
the prostrate submission to their god? Okay.
One more thing though. One of the figures, clad in what looks like clerical garb, like maybe another Sada, throws an offering into the bowl. The flames leap 10 feet up, obscures the face of the statue, which looks like it's probably a Moon-Ra, as far as you can tell. A stone staircase leads up to the bowl, and then the flames die down, and the chant is resumed.
So what do we throw in the bowl?
Language? Do we?
A bowl full of flame that the Asada that's there threw something into that caused the flame to go up. When he does it, you see inscriptions written all over the walls.
Whoa, okay. Can we read the inscriptions?
Oh yes.
Grunak. Oh, here we go.
Bust out your piece, Nez, Grunak.
You're needed.
It's happening.
Grunak.
All right. Oh, let me get a torch.
Just accidentally eliminate the entire thing, please.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on one second.
Whoops.
No fog of war. Off. Save settings. All right, you should be able to see everything now.
There was much bad talk about Amun-Ra. It was generally recognized by the people and priests that he was the greatest of the gods in the heaven westward, for he alone manifested his power in his own temple. Somebody else.
Sacrifices of food and gold were brought daily to lay on the altar where before the statues in the small worship temples to the left and right from the stair entrance to the tomb. It is our priesthood right that whatsoever Osiris accepts he will take in from the altar, and that which he wishes the priests to have he leaves on the altar. This profited the priests greatly, except that all offerings left in the East Temple would disappear and never be seen again, which seems like kind of an obvious grift, but what have you. Several priests, angry to see their assets disappearing, searched the East Temple, and they too disappeared. The temple became a most hallowed spot, so that all who wished to give offerings came to that temple only. The priesthood then became unprofitable, and our doctrine had to be changed. Trade turned to trick. Offerings were often made, for a passage was always provided between the tomb of the king and his likeness, whereby his spirit might pass into his ordained statue and live within the stone we worship here. Such passage was always provided for the kings, that they might live amongst us once more.
Huh. Interesting.
Not 100% sure I'm tracking that, but it sounds like let's see.
So
Trade turned
offerings.
to trick.
Yeah. So offerings were off. Okay. Several priests search the East Temple. So it's the temple, not the pyramid, right? Can you tell us where is it the second area that we're in right now, Lyle? That they
You think so? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you think so.
So it became a most hallowed spot. All those who wished to give offerings came to that temple only. The priesthood then became unprofitable, and our doctrine had so leaving an offering in that temple would disappear.
It'd be removed.
Yeah, but who's taking it? This just sounds like an obvious. We're going to find something terrible and dark in there.
Offerings were often made, for a passage was always provided between the tomb of the king and his likeness, whereby his spirit might pass into his ordained statue and live within the stone we worship here. Such a passage was always provided for the kings, that they might live amongst us once more. So, all right, can you share that text with us, Lyle, and then send us back to the main map?
Yeah, I will.
Never mind.
Okay, so this is the first map.
Oh, I took you to the wrong one.
Yeah.
Sorry. Boom.
This is the second map. Okay, so there's something in that westward temple, right? Or is it the eastward temple? No, offerings are always made in the east temple.
Yeah, the East Temple. Yeah.
So
However,
we need to throw something in.
Two things I want to bring to attention, though. Like, first, this was all just written on a wall, right?
All good stuff is, yeah.
Second, we want to get the stone. That's what we want to get, right? We don't want to be totally red herringed by treasure temples.
Okay.
True.
I don't really care about that, but I do think that we need to somehow get to a different area. And if teleportation is involved, can't we somehow teleport ourselves? I mean, aren't the priests themselves disappearing? Wherever they go, isn't that where we want to go?
Yeah, but they did that a long time ago, right?
I'm finishing off this bottle of Rossini, so I'm not sure if I'm thinking perfectly clearly here. But
yeah, you're not. I think the priests were around a long time ago.
Yeah.
They're not using the teleportation rooms at all. We right?
But we need to get past one of these three rooms, right? So we want to teleport, don't we?
Well, we need
probably. The what?
We need to keep looking for the stone.
Yeah, but it's not here. It's deeper into the temple. I mean, it's deeper into the pyramid.
I think there's gonna be some sort of like puzzle we have to solve here to get past the statue in the main room. Let's go check out the west chamber. I bet there'll be more copy to read over there. Do you think?
I already did, and there was nothing over there, Lyle.
Big statue.
Yeah, there's a statue over there, and the statue in the middle, and then there's the fire bowl here.
Oh, really? There was nothing to the west? In that other little passage?
There was a statue. Maybe we should go push on the statue or something. Let's go examine the statue.
You can examine the statue in the western room.
Yes.
Or in the central room.
Western room.
Statue wobbles a little bit.
All right, everybody, come over here. I yell back.
Yeah, let's get Grunak on that thing.
All right, Grunak. 1, 2, 3. Are you with me, Grunak?
I am. I'm carrying a drink.
Grunak is carefully negotiating hallways, trying not to spill his drink.
It's just a quest roll. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Tough choice, Grunak.
Same as before, dude. Same as before. Yeah.
Do you fall on your face?
I fall on my face.
Go for it. Take the humiliation. Yeah, it's only reasonable.
I love that Grunak sucks at this whole being muscular thing.
Hey, he's slippery like an eel, okay?
Yeah, it pushes back to reveal a dark passageway leading north.
This is it, guys. This is the big reveal. We're going to run into Amun-Ra. Okay, so I can't see anything because apparently you turned off my light.
Oh, here, 1 second. Do you not have light anymore? Nope. All right, slow down, pal. Slow down. Stop moving. I can't give you light if you keep moving your token. Let me bust out the quest token. Does it have light?
It was totally borked.
It's like the light turned off. I'm reloading the editor.
Is there a best browser to use with this thing?
I don't know. I use Firefox, but
I use Chrome and it seems to work better, but than my experience with Firefox. But I'm probably wrong.
Your lighting is on.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I reloaded it and I got my lighting back.
Yeah, sorry. It's just being glitchy. Yeah. Okay,
my
advice is if your lighting asks weird, just reload the page and you should be good to go. Oh, you're heading over. You're gonna look at that western room?
Yeah, what's in the hole here?
Yeah, don't fall over the side.
I did not.
Yeah, a 10-foot wide arched corridor opens into a vertical shaft 30 feet in diameter. The shaft has a wet, slime-covered walls dropping into darkness below.
Whoa.
And also rising 30 feet to a domed ceiling above. The air here is very humid.
Whoa. I assume we can't scale the wall up, right?
Yeah. I mean, try, I guess, but it's like very slick with slime, and there's like nothing really to grab onto.
Okay.
Is there a door or something? I'm not able to find where you guys are.
No, it's just a drop into a dark pit below.
Grunak, where are you?
Is there a pebble or anything nearby?
I'm still in the main room, or whatever the entrance room is. I can't find.
I'm coming to find you, Grunak.
Are there any like pebbles, small rocks, or bits of like
come with me, Grunak.
Masonry that have crumbled off?
I'm in the dark now.
There's not.
Come with me, Grunak.
It's all really fine rock and stone that have been sort of untouched by the desert. It gleams like it's super high quality stonework. Has Grunak been found?
Yeah, I brought him with me, but then he needs to refresh his browser.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Can you see now?
Now I see nothing.
Well,
there we go.
watch.
There we go.
Okay, you're good now. You see light.
I can see everything.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right, we need to go this way, guys.
Heading back to the east.
Yep. I like how you've accidentally revealed behind the statue, so we know we can open the statue up.
Oh no, I fucked up.
How did you?
No.
All right, let's just keep going over here until we see what we can see.
I think we would have figured that out. That's an open passage. Do I think once we got to here, we would have?
What do we see in this hole over here? Is there water? It's steamy water.
Yeah. Hold on, I will tell you. This is the eastern water silo. 10-foot wide corridor opens into a vertical shaft 30 feet in diameter. The wet and slimy walls drop into the darkness. The air is very humid here, and the thunderous sound of cascading water fills the chamber. So there's water gushing from a 10-foot diameter opening in the north wall, falling below.
This has something to do with the lost river Athos, I think.
Oh yeah.
And I think this has something. I think there's something mechanical about the death of Amun-Ra that's not just like metaphysical.
Yeah, he's gonna be some bullshit 2-bit wizard who we just have to like. Do you ever play that Indiana Jones game?
The famous one on Atari?
Adventure game that came out. No, I was thinking of the one for PC that came out around 2000, 2001.
Oh yeah, LucasArts.
Yeah. This just feels like we're gonna have to do one of those puzzles to get that water going again.
All right, I'm gonna push on the statue. Oh, it worked.
Oh, that spot. Yeah.
Sure, I'll give it to you. Oh, I just forgot to put the secret door there. That's funny. Yep. You see a very long passageway headed north.
Come on, Grunak, come with us.
Hey, Grunak, the party is this way.
It leads down at a moderate angle, and there's a musty smell that pervades the area with dust covering the floor. You do notice footprints in the dust. They look recent.
Really? Okay.
Just so I have to ask though. Have you guys played first edition D&D Adventure?
No, I've barely played any D&D at all. Really.
The approach of just like wandering down hallways.
Probably gonna kill us.
It jars with my like.
Yeah.
Like, where's our 10-foot poles? Like, are we like
where's our 10-foot pole?
Searching for
Speak
traps?
for yourself. I've got one.
Mm-hmm. No, Buck is just like, I am a 10-foot pole.
Exactly.
Right.
He just exudes big pole energy.
I normally carry a full-size human mannequin made of straw and clothing on the end of a 10-foot pole.
Exactly.
That I walk in front of me.
It's just covered in darts that shot in from the walls that we didn't even notice because we're so prepared.
Right.
Okay. The corridor enters the south side of a large room 30 foot by 40 feet. Against the north wall are 3 statues of Amun-Ra. Against each side of the wall are more. All the statues are cut from a different type of stone than the surrounding walls. In the center of the room stands an altar. Impressions on the left and right hand are carved side by side into the front of the altar.
Oh, let's look at the left-hand side first.
On the ceiling and railing walls, the name Amun-Ra is carved over and over in many languages.
Okay. I think this is important. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's probably important where we are.
Yep, this is key.
Is it are all the carvings? I mean, it wasn't like someone wrote Amun-Ra and then someone else came along later and wrote Amun-Ra in a different language.
No, they were all carved into the stone.
All right. I want to read what's on the left-hand side of that table, the stone table or whatever it is. The altar.
Yeah. Let's read all the inscriptions and then.
It all says Amun-Ra. It's all Amun-Ra,
Really?
all over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of it. Before we walk around too much, is there dust and tracks in here?
There are.
What do they go up to and where do they go away from?
You see a track going over to the statue on the right, the bottom statue. At least 5 or 6 human-sized prints. By the way, you also see in the I should mention this, in the white kind of thing in the middle, what looks like a spot where one could put one's hand.
I'm on.
Yeah, exactly. Put your hand in that hole.
It's not inside of it. It's just like a it's in bas relief.
Okay, how many fingers? How many fingers does it have? Is it actually 4-fingered and not 5?
No, it's 5-fingered.
Because I've seen this movie. If we put our hand in this, then it's going to release the oxygen on Mars. Total Recall for those who didn't get it.
All right, let's try it. I reach out. I try to. It looks like an actuator of some kind, a place where one would put their hand to open a thing or trap a thing. Hopefully, it doesn't kill us all with poison gas. And I do whatever it seems to want done.
Do the thing.
Yep. You just put your hand in there?
Yep.
Nothing happens.
Where is it?
Grunak, you try it.
It's in that on that white marble table.
It's it's an altar, right?
Yeah, it's an altar. Yeah.
Maybe if we pack it with incense and then light the incense on fire.
Grunak puts his hand on it and pushes down a bit, with some force, and says, "Amun-Ra, Amun-Ra."
Click. The statue to the right.
Swings open.
Swings open. Yeah.
And I say, my character says, Grunak.
It's written everywhere.
You also see at the same time a little metal tube descends from the ceiling, and then nothing happens. It looks like it was like some kind of old poison trap that was set off a long time ago.
You should collect. I think it's a psychedelic poison trap. You should probably collect whatever remnants are there. Scrape the tube.
Yeah, scrape it.
There's nothing there. It was just some kind of gas. All right, hold on. Before you turn that corner, you hear what you think is the sound of voices to the to the north, like maybe cursing,
around.
Not shouting, but the sound of someone like cursing.
Let's just peer around it without going deep into it. Let's just. It's very dark in here, I assume. So let's just peer around the corner and see what we see.
You see flashing lights to the north, like maybe torchlight, and the sound of human voices.
Which direction are they going? Towards or away from us?
It looks like they're stationary, maybe, as far as you can tell.
Okay. So, can I make it in there without being seen?
You have to probably be stealthy. You have to maybe also turn off all your torches.
Torches. Is there's enough light coming from them?
Yeah, it's flickering torchlight. You can definitely see that someone is up there.
I'm gonna roll with advantage because they have torches and I don't, right? So they're not gonna see me.
We're turning.
Yeah,
it's like when you ride up on a group of cowboys around a campfire in the darkness, they're fucked.
Right. Like they've been staring into the fire, singing their dumb cowboy songs in their mythical West.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I actually grew up in the country, so I know the way to sleep around a fire with your back to it.
That's right.
You hear one of the voice going, "God damn it! There's nothing here. It's already been raided. Fuck."
Man, foul mouth little beast.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, I'm very sensitive to that sort of thing, Lyle.
I know you are. I've been trying to be sensitive to that.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are creeping forward. Can I get quest rolls from everyone who is creeping?
I'm creeping for sure. Actually, so can I send? I have a serpentine staff that I can turn into a serpent. Can I, instead of quest rolling, can I just roll my serpentine staff and actually turn that into a snake and send it forward to see what we can see?
I mean, are you psychically attached to the snake? How's it work? Can you see through its eyes?
Here, I'll click it. The serpentine staff. Okay, so I rolled 18. Whoops. So, the way that it works, let me pull up I can turn it into a snake. And
then do you share like some kind of telepathic bond with the snake?
I can control it, and then the party can see what it sees because I just said that. Really,
you can see what it sees.
Magic.
Fucking cool.
Magic. Okay, you whisper a magic word to the staff, causing it to transform into a viper. Okay, yeah, the viper is a magical illusion that you control. You share a telepathic bond with the viper, and you can command it to move, act, and attack. It has 4 hit points, and its attack deals 1 damage. You may have the viper transform back into it. So I say we send the viper up into the room, and then when people are like, "What's that viper?" then I turn it back into a staff instantly, and they're like, "Oh, it's just a piece of wood." So the viper's going.
That seems cowardly. That's not a good story. There's no heroism.
Yeah, I think it is. The viper bit somebody. The viper.
There's no heroism in that.
Stick.
There's no heroism
it's a magic stick that turns into a viper. It's like super cool.
The viper sneaks up on someone and bites him in the ass and poisons them, and then we kill him.
Where's the fighting? That's not.
Do you remember the James Earl Jones character in Conan who could turn a snake into an arrow?
Yeah, that was. I remember that always stuck with me when I was a kid.
Thulsa Doom, by the way.
Thulsa Doom. That's right. It was cool like that.
Yeah.
I need to watch
exactly. I can turn my staff into a snake, into an arrow.
You can. Yeah.
So I'm gonna sneak up. I'm gonna slither up on him. I would like to try to remain undetected, but I'd like to case it out. So who do I see here, Lyle?
You see 3 kind of thuggy / bandity looking folks, Tomb Raiders. They're like going through the jars, like trying to find stuff of value, and then you see more folks to the north.
Okay, I'm gonna slither silently forward north.
Let me get a roll 20 to see if they spot you.
Okay.
Whoa, dude, your snake is like the stealthiest snake of all snakes.
I don't think I have to roll anymore, right? I can basically roam around and just bite whoever I want in the ass.
Right. Yeah, and that is definitely a thing for you. Like doing the scout, like your snake's the perfect color. You just completely blend in with the stone.
So what is this? I'm gonna look in this Pharaoh's tomb here.
Mm-hmm.
What do I see?
Yeah, 1 second. So yeah, beyond the broken door is a huge octagonal room, 50 by 40 by 20.
Okay.
It's the center north wall, an arched corridor leads to the north. The word treasure room is carved into the walls in giant letters in several languages. Scattered about the room are broken pots and chests that have been hewn in half. All is covered with the thick dusts.
So I've seen 7 people at this point, so I'm going to keep going north.
Mm-hmm. And that's it. You've reached the end.
Oh. So who is the most aggressive, or who looks to be the leader?
Probably this dude.
This dude right here. I'm going to sneak up. I'm going to position myself behind the leader, and I'm going to bite him. And I'm not going to bite him just like on the leg or heel. I'm going to bite his buttock. Like the most juiciest. I'm just going to lunge up, and with a massive hiss of doom, the loudest, most imposing hiss, I'm going to latch onto his buttock.
Can your snake talk?
I think it can hiss. I think it can hiss things because I have a telepathic bond, so I can actually speak through it in partial tongue.
Sure.
So you can, you could say something really horrific, like the poison of Amun-Re will now course through you, slowly wilting your penis over a matter of weeks. Until it is a brown and shriveled pickle that falls off.
So you tell me these words as I'm sitting there relaying them to my snake through my telepathic bond, and I say exactly that as I latch onto. Actually, can I latch onto his penis?
Sure, you can try, but he's got pants on, so
I'm just gonna do his buttocks then. I mean, I feel like a snake can always bite buttocks even through pants.
All right. Cool. Okay, so give me a quest roll.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna say that another part of your exciting moment is that you get to auto succeed on this roll.
Can I auto crit?
But we'll make a success roll, and if you succeed on the success roll, then you will crit.
Okay. 18. Nice.
Insta crit. So
I only do
2 points of damage total.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's 4. Does that make it 4? Because
no, he only does. The snake only does 1 damage.
Yeah.
So. It doesn't have like penis wilting poison or anything.
No, but it is a really magnificent bite, and the guy goes ah, and I think that is a good spot to pause it for the night.
Indeed.
Okay.
Right at 10 o'clock. Can I? So since just real quick though, can we put our quest token in that room such that we can all see the layout of the enemies, because we were all getting a channel to buck snake. That is a good treasure, dude. Where'd you get that?
Serpentine staff is my weapon actually.
It's not as good as Grunak's treasure though.
Whoa.
Lol. Sorry, Grunak. We're gonna make that thing better for you, pal. I swear.
What's your treasure, Grunak, again?
The staff of pounding, or whatever it's called. The hammer of shattering.
If I crit, I have to roll a 20 to get the bone shattering effect.
I think it should be like an 18, 19, or 20 or something. I read that staff of pounding in the book, and it's cool, but it just needs a little more.
I think we can find a way to make it better.
So where I see 4 treasure hunters in here. I thought we had.
There's 4, but there's like if you come back to the room before it, there's 3 in that room. There's a total of 7, man.
Yeah, you guys aren't just gonna barge all the way up there, are you?
No. I want to bring the dervishes in here and have the dervishes hate treasure hunters, so I think we need to go back and get the dervishes.
Oh,
for sure.
That's a good idea. Just let them deal with it.
Well, I mean, I think the dervishes could soften them up. I don't want to kill them. I just want to interrogate them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I think next session we go back for some dervish support, and they're fully marinated. I mean, they are ready for the fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are ready to come and help because they've been forgiven. They've been invoked. I mean, they are.
Yeah, they're ready to rumble, and like they already sent the Sada sent runners to people, all the different rooms to be like, let these guys through. They're all cool. So you have their blessing to explore the tomb.
And we were just in a room that had the word treasure written all over it, right?
Well, that's the room in the north that they're in. That's what the snake read. It was like treasure room written all over the walls.
This feels like a trap room.
Yeah, it does actually.
I mean, honestly, this is
I think you're overthinking first edition.
He's not.
Okay.
And this is,
let's pretend that you were a Mon-Ra and you wanted to build a theft-proof tomb. What would you put in your tomb?
You'd at least have misdirection. Traps and misdirection.
And misdirection. Treasure room.
This is no place.
Hey, we're so smart. We put our hand in the thing and we said to Mon-Ra and it opened up the secret door. This must be the path.
Exactly.
What was the guy saying? Easy. He was frustrated for some reason. They were arguing or bickering about.
They were saying there's no treasure here. It's already been stolen. That's what they said.
Yeah.
Well, that's another thing. Right. Is there's been a lot of intervening years for other treasure hunters to come pillage a well-known tomb.
Yeah, 1,000 years has gone by.
Lyle,
right. I'm
doing 19 adventure. I'm doing 5 adventure points, right?
I'm gonna give you guys 3 this time since everyone is so stocked.
That's lame. You guys need to use your adventure points. Can I have 5 since it was my staff?
How many did you use this session?
5, and nobody else used any.
Yeah, sure. You can have 5.
I used 1.
I'm gonna regret this. All right, everyone else gets 3.
I haven't had a chance to use anything.
You will, though, buddy. You will.
I don't have anything. I mean, I don't have any stuff that has been applicable.
Maybe you should look and see what you can do to help the party instead of just your awesome pecs.
I have camaraderie, but we haven't been in a combat. It allows rerolls at the second level now, where we all get a reroll. And hit points. I can also boost our hit points when we rest.
I'm not even sure you guys need the dervishes' help. You could probably just roll in and have a fun fight with these guys.
Yeah, but why not stick dervishes on them?
Because Grunak likes to kill.
We do have trauma. We do have trauma from Zweihander, but also it'd be really funny to, I don't know, manipulate.
The dervishes.
And also, the dervishes will be deeply grateful when we, like, our credibility with them will just soar if we're like treasure hunters.
True, they will be happy with that. Nice. Oh, and also everyone gets a new ability.
Nice.
Okay, so I can go down the path of wrath, which basically I'm an invoker, so I can become more Grunak like. I kind of am loath to do that. I can go down the path of invocation, where I leave the world behind. I can create astral projections. Invocation is also petitioning. I can ask for strength. I can say I'm a humble servant of a god. And yeah, and I basically, we receive a boon. I can go down. I've already done all my verdicts, so I'm done. I hit liberate. Anything like where should this character go next? Because I'm gonna have to pick this in between sessions. I could go down the ward path, and I could shield myself more.
I think ward is cool, personally.
Okay.
I'm a fan.
All right. I feel like wrath is out. I feel like ward or invocation is possible. Okay. All right. I'll look into it.
Nice. Guys, I was up at 4:30 today, so
it's time for bed.
So, yeah, perfect opportunity for me to drop off. Jason and Cam, whatever you guys pick, obviously just go nuts. And you're going to need to pick something for Amon al-Rakib.
All right. I think that's it, everybody.
And I have a special treat for you guys next week. I think you'll enjoy it.
Nice.
Excellent.
Nice.
All right. We're going to stop streaming now.
Bye, guys.
Say goodbye. Bye.
All right. Get some sleep. See you guys.
Cheers, y'all.